Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 109 of Daisy Knits. I'm Daisy. We're hanging out here on the floor of my schoolroom today, and I got a bit to share with y'all today. So it's a little bit of a hot mess, and I'm a little fidgety, but it seems like when am I not, right? So the first thing I'm going to share with y'all is the Avocado Socks, and they are finished. Back here it looks like crazy white, and it's not. It's just neon yellow all the way down to this beautiful dark green. These are a pair of socks that I knit for hubby, and they've been done for most of the week. I just wouldn't let him have them until after I showed them to y'all. So he's really excited that he gets his socks. But the yarn is Happy Go Lucky. It is just a plain vanilla sock. 64 stitches this time around. They came out pretty big for me. I don't know why my gauge was so much looser, but it worked out well for him. So those are done. After I finished those, I started kind of looking around, and I didn't want to cast on anything really big because I wanted to try to do as much master knitter work as I could, but I needed some kind of mindless knitting. And one of the things I found was a pair of mitts that I had completed one and had the body of the other one done, but I didn't finish the thumb. Like the thumb was still on the waist yarn. So I pulled these out and I sat down one evening and I finished them. These are my pattern. It's the Drive-In Mitts Daisy pattern. And they're a very simple 2x1 ribbed pattern. It's a freebie online. I love it though because they fit. This pair right here fits my hand, it fits my daughter's hand, and it fits my husband's hand. So I actually can, everybody can wear these. I love fingerless mitts for driving because I don't like to touch the steering wheel when it's cold. I'm a little girl. And I'm okay with admitting that. That's just the truth. So I wear fingerless mitts. I keep a pair in my van all the time so I can drive and not have to touch the steering wheel. So after I finished that, then I went stash diving again, and I found some 3 Irish girls that I had purchased back in October. And the colorway is called Beyond the Horizon. And it is a beautiful, beautiful colorway. An MCN blend, so it's a merino cashmere nylon, and I cast on the Whiz Bang socks by Mrs. Shu. Sarah from Mrs. Shu, she used to do the Cultivate and Create podcast. I haven't seen any of those lately, but this is her pattern, and I really have to say I like how it's working up. It is making the foot pucker a little because the sole doesn't have those slip stitches that the top does, so it is puckering just a little bit. But I'm turning the heel already and I'm going up the leg. So when I go up the leg, it'll all even out, you know. But it has a different heel than my normal heel. It has what's called the Bootylicious heel. And I've not had this heel before. I think I've worked it once. But I don't think I actually kept the socks for myself. I think they went to somebody else. So I'm really excited to see how these wear. So this has been like my brainless, mindless knitting. Master knitter wise, I have had some work. So I did one wristlet, and let's see. Can you see here where this pink bled a little bit when I washed it? It bled, which means I can't send this off. So I sat down the other day and I did another wristlet because at some point this pattern will be memorized. Before I knit this, I did skein up the yarn and I washed it to try to prevent it from bleeding again. I'm not quite certain that happened. Let's see. I have it blocking on a bottle so it's round. It doesn't get that flat spot, and I've messed with it so it's a little bit lumpy jawed now, but so I'll have to refix it. It's still a little damp. I need to go put it under the fan. And let's see. Moment of truth, full honesty. There is my seam. Can you see? I can see it, but I don't know if everybody else can. Like, can you tell if that's the seam? I really am pretty happy with this. I have a few stitches that need to kind of be evened out a little, but I think overall I really like this one. We'll see. I do need to measure gauge to make sure I'm right on, and I need to dry it. But that is another wristlet done. We'll add it to my growing stack of hopefully one of them will go. So that's really all of my knitting that I've been working on. The Olympics start soon. We are almost ready for the Olympics. So my sweater is cast, or my sweater swatch is cast on. I've washed and blocked it. I am ready to go with that. The Olympic ceremonies are coming up. So probably for the next week, well, I can tell you now, next week you won't see anything but Olympic sweater. Like, that's going to be what you see. And possibly the week after you might just see an Olympic sweater. I'm sorry, but that's going to be what happens, is all Olympics. The other thing I did want to share with you guys is show season's coming up. I leave in a week to go to Pipeline. I am going to go spend the weekend with some friends and hang out and vend up there. So if you're in the area, come check it out. Also, this week I signed my contract for YarnCon and for Fiber U. I am actually going to be vending and teaching one class at YarnCon, and I will be just teaching at Fiber U this year. So if you are at those events, check them out. I am kind of a little nervous, to be honest. I've not taught at YarnCon before, so this will be a whole new experience. And at Fiber U, I'm teaching 4 classes. It's 4 individual classes, 2 of the same, but I'm teaching 4 classes at Fiber U. So that'll be a big change from vending, because I'm used to vending there, but not teaching. So, like I said, if you're in the area, come check it out. If not, I will sit and chat with you again. I hope that you all have a great day, and all my contact information is at the end. I'll talk to you next week. That's about it. So, see ya!